Shalom, shalom, out there, family. Give all the praises to the Most High, Ahaya, in the name of His Son Yeshua, and in the Holy Spirit. Kamawaf. We give them all the glory, all the honor, all the praise, bringing us before this conference another day. Mind checking things out. Just yesterday. Glory to the Father. See, pray y'all been doing well. It's a few of y'all in here. Two friends. Shout out Araka and Ricardo Gonzalez. Ashara is in the building. Glory be to the Most High for y'all. Y'all constant love and support, and just being who you are in the Most High. Y'all are very special. Feel what I'm saying? Y'all are serious backbones, man. Holding things up, you know, worthy of building something. So many people, they ain't jumping on the wagon unless it's already dragging, you know what I'm saying? Says a lot about some people who are not willing to follow the crowd, not be followers. So, yeah, brother, appreciate you guys every day, you know. Uh, it's rough on us right now. It is rough right now, y'all. For the righteous, you know, because we so outnumbered, man. You know, I was on the internet earlier today and just checking out everybody's spirit, and I'm like, man, you know. But of course, that's the way it is. You know, everybody's gonna take the easy route. You know, and mainly people don't want to love. They hate the L word. You lose them with that, right? That's one thing them evil spirits don't want to do, right? And it's in our people tough. It's tough in our people, y'all. And I made a post. I made a post and I want to read it because it is the truth. It is the truth. And I want to read a certain scripture, you know. because this matters. It matters a lot. We don't think it matters, but it does matter. And it's the reason why the Most High is halted and he is not playing around. He is not going to move for them. He's not going to move for them. He'll leave them there forever. And that may be why Christ just has to just crack the sky, right? And just come on down early because they're going to be tearing us up, right? He has to shorten the time. And it's like, man, our people won't get a move on. Nothing happens. If you sit there, nothing happens. Right? But you sit there and you get tired of your situation, ain't it? You get sick. You get sick of how you're living and what your reality is. And then you get up and you jump up and you get on what you ought to be on. And then boom, things happen. Finally, things get moving, you know. Finally, things get moving. But you got to get fed up first and you got to get kind of mad. And then you'll jump up and then things will happen. Ain't it? Then things start getting a move on. We want Matthew 23 and 37. Pull that one up. Pull up Matthew 23 and 37 in the KJV. Boom. So, we're going to pull that out. Put this on the screen for y'all. If y'all can see that, I know it has that box in the way. See something real quick. See if I could get that slid over a little bit. All praises. If y'all can read that without what I'm talking about, which is charity, right? Which is love, which is the softer heart. The Most High will never pull you into the wilderness because everybody's always talking about the wilderness, wilderness, wilderness. See you in the wilderness, right? All of this, like that's the kingdom of heaven or something. Wilderness, 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 right? To that wilderness, you know? You'll never be ready. He'd end up killing you all, right? Your hearts are too hard, right? You really you really want to see yourself in the wilderness? Cause we go back under that rod in the wilderness, right? And we gonna get that Isaiah chapter 35 too. Let me line that up for us real quick. Line up that Isaiah chapter 35 real quick, right? And bring that out. Man, we going back under the whole law. We going back under the whole law in that wilderness. And it's like, man, we not ready for that, y'all. We are not ready. But we do have a lot of work to do. Forgive me how I'm talking. I'm kind of trying to multitask over here. You know, I don't got no team and all of this. So if anybody wants to volunteer to kind of help, you know, come in here and help me run this conference and these little lives and things like that, man, I welcome y'all. But at the same time, don't let me put you under no pressure, nothing like this. Uh, but yeah, these lives that you watch out here with these people, y'all, they be having teams and stuff. They be having 5 and 6 people, and everybody got their hands busy working something, from behind the scenes, and I don't got that, but we do our best, and you know, it's just me, it's just Shaq, on top of everything else that I gotta deal with, I gotta add this in, and it's no problem. Not complaining about it or nothing, but just in case you're uncomfortable, in case I take too long, my pauses are too long, you know, my sentences come off sideways, like my attention is divided because sometimes it is. And I'm thinking, I'm going off the dome, pulling out scriptures as I think of them, things like this, when but I've always been like that. So, and, oops, we buffering. Uh, that's why I love the edit. The edit, when you go back through this stuff after I pull it down and put it back up, it flows nice and I'm able to chop out all the gaps and all the mistakes and, make it nice. And that's who I am. I'm an editor, with the music, with the video, with with whatever I'm dealing with, with the artwork. It has to be pondered upon and thought about, and then I could come forward with a nice product. One man band, because I used to do that and try to depend on people and can't move, can't move unless, somebody else is available. And I just learned to just kind of do everything by myself. We wouldn't have half of that music if I needed to wait for somebody to read for me and all of that stuff. So wouldn't y'all rather have it than not have it? Some of your favorite songs you wouldn't have if I had to wait on a brother to get off work or wait for a brother to, get done dealing with his family or, you know, something like this. So all praises to the Most High. I'm just gonna do my best with this thing. Continue doing my best with this thing. But let's get back to this post that I wrote. Uh, man, we ain't ready to go back under no rod, man. The Most High, he'll have to kill all us. You know what I'm saying? Soon as we feel that nasty feeling in our soul, soon as we look over at our brother or sister with that evil eye, he'll be cutting us down, man. You know, and the stuff we'll be doing to each other out there, all the backbiting, you know, behind a brother's back, you know, thievery, all kind of stuff we doing to each other, man. Pride at an all-time high, just the total lack of love, man. And that's what this whole law is, y'all. I say it every day. I say it every time I come before us. You know, love for the Most High, love for your fellow man, right? Women are included in that. Right? But let's get back to this. He'll end up killing you all. Your hearts are too hard, right? There'd be not one of you left if he was to proceed forward into the wilderness at this time and take us back under the rod while we're in this condition, right? That's why he hasn't yet done it. He said he would have been gathered us already. He ain't moving until he see more contriteness out of us. Until then, he leaving y'all in exile in the city, getting thrown under the bus by heathens. Ask me how I know, right? And what we're gonna do right about now is we're going to go see what that Matthew 23 and 37 is. Pow. Pull that up. Let's see, y'all can maybe see. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets. You kill your prophets, man, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wing, and ye would not. That hurts, y'all. That hurts, y'all. That tears my heart up that our Father plead like this. What's wrong with Israel, man? What's wrong with us, man? You know, what's the matter with us, man? What's wrong with Israel, man? We so vile, right? We got the most high God, right? Of the heaven and earth, the creator of all things. And he got to chase us like this. And he got to speak out of pain like this. Y'all see how we do our Father? Do y'all see how we do our Father, man? It ain't many things that can kind of get a rise out of me, but this is one of them, man. This is the Most High God, a higher, expressing this gripe like this, y'all. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wing, and ye would not. Let's go backwards. We wouldn't. Right? Ye would not. We wouldn't be right, y'all. We wouldn't be gathered. That's what we wouldn't. That's what we wouldn't do. We didn't want to be gathered by the Most High, as if what we're out here doing is worth something. Man, y'all better get out of here, man. Y'all better leave this world behind, man, and go to your Father, man, and let's get up out of here. You know, because this world does not love us. And with the way this world hates us, the least we could do, man, is love each other, care for each other, right? We should be sliding on our knees like we playing baseball, right? To cheer somebody up, to lift each other's spirits up, because we know how it feels to be down and hurt. You feel me? And that's when it'll start changing for all of us, when we start doing that for anybody, right? Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou, you that killed the prophets. Now, the Most High makes a prophet, and he fills them up with a word, and he sends them to some people that really need him, that really need this prophet, right? really needs this prophet. So the prophet goes and oh, he got the antidote, y'all. If they were to listen to the prophet that the Father sends, man, they wouldn't have no problem. They'll be who they supposed to be, right? Rich and royal with a good attitude, right? But nah, what do? They kill him. They kill the prophet. You know, he come with a good word. Shut up, right? Shut up. And then they go to do violence to him, right? They kill him and stone them which are sent unto thee. He came for you. Who else is sending anybody for you? I don't think we understand. When you blow the Most High's prophet, then what do you have? Right? We should be thirsty for a word. We should be thirsty for any type of help. And that's bringing another one to mind. That's, that's bringing another one to mind. Con, and we gonna get that one too. They come to my mind as I sit and think, as I sit and think and speak, and the precepts begin to ring in your mind. But we kill the prophets and stone anybody who the Father sends us. How often would I had gathered thy children? He's saying, man, he was ready. He was on the edge of his seat more than once. All kinds of times, right? How often? Often. He was on the edge of his seat, ready to make a big, beautiful thing happen for us, right? And then what happened? And ye would not. That's what happens. We don't make ourselves worthy of it. And what do you think he wants from us? We didn't even know. We still don't know. If you're not coming here and catching these lives, you still don't know what your Father wants from you. You still don't know. And it's very simple. Y'all see how that messes our head up? If I ask somebody, a random person in this truth, if I ask them, what does your Father require of thee? Right? They'll think of an answer too vast for them to give account, right? They'll think all this stuff. And it's two things. And that's the advantage that you have, right? You know. My sister knew the other night too. I was like, oh, praise it. She knew too. No hesitation. Love the Most High. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's what he wants. Right? And we can go in, we can break it down and go into it piece by piece. And you'll see that that's what it's doing. You're loving the Father and you're loving your fellow man. But we would not. Nah, we want to bicker and point the finger and won't let nothing go. And because of that, our heart is staying dirty. And the Most High is like, man, I ain't scooping y'all. Long as you're like that, He said, I'd have been gathered you. I would have been gathered you and your children. Look at your children, man. We don't care about them. You couldn't do it for yourself. At least you might want to do it for your child, right? But it's not those people who are going to do it. It's not them that are going to do it. And that's why they don't. Maybe it's the next generation, right? Maybe it's some people that ain't even in the truth yet. Who knows? But let's get this other precept, right? Because we do have another one. Let's go here and check this one out. Pow, right? Matthew 16:4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign given unto it. Right? But the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. Right? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. That's what we're looking for. A sign. You got to show us something, right? Or we ain't moving. We ain't doing nothing. We don't want to build nothing. You got to come to us with it already done and just put it in our hand, right? We won't build nothing for ourselves. But if somebody come beat us across the back, then we'll get to work for them with no hesitation and build them a whole big old great kingdom, right? Won't do nothing for ourselves or each other. We seeking for a sign, right? And it said, and there will be no sign given unto it. He ain't sending no sign, right? They want to look up and see an angel flying out of the sky or something, and then want to roll up and talk to him, and then they'll listen. They can't listen to a regular brother like them, which is what the Most High sends. you know, it ain't spectacular. It ain't nothing spectacular. It's your regular brother. You know, Christ is a regular brother, right? Let's grab that one. Let's grab that one. right? See what we got here. Right? Let's go 1 to 3. See what 1 to 3. Oh my goodness. And this is how they do Christ, right? This is the way they do Christ. So what chance does me and you got, if this is the way they do Christ? Ain't it? Just a regular brother, y'all. That's all that's gonna come for y'all. He ain't gonna be gleaming or nothing. His clothes ain't gonna be shining or nothing. Right? Kapow. Con, 35 in the building. Who has believed our report? Man, they won't believe us, y'all. We come, we bring this good news. Man, they act like they've heard better news somewhere or something, right? Oh, like they can afford to turn somebody away. Like, man, you drowning in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, and I'm throwing you a life jacket, and you can refuse it. You won't grab it. Feel me? Who has believed our report? Nobody believes us, right? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? What is the arm? The power, right? Who is it revealed unto? The people who report you don't want to believe, right? Give me some more. 2, for he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, right? Did. He grew up before us. We have him in the synagogue as a kid. We have him getting crucified at the age of 33, right? He grew up before us. We have them fleeing into Egypt because they was trying to find him and kill him, right? All of this type of activity, right? He grew up before us as a tender plant and as a root out of a dry ground. A root out of a dry ground, y'all. Can you imagine that? That's a hell of a metaphor, y'all, or a parable. A root out of a dry ground, y'all. He came out of a ground that nobody watered. A root out of a dry ground. We was a dry ground. And then boom, here comes a root. You would think we would be ready to receive any type of a growth out of a dry ground, right? But let's see how we did him, right? And as a root out of a dry ground, he has no form nor comeliness. You know what that means? He's not beautiful, right? These beautiful pictures of Christ that they paint, you know, when his eyes is sparkling and his hair is blowing in the wind, right? That stuff is fake, y'all. He has no comely cute, okay? He's a regular old looking black man, right? And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him, right? You're not gonna fall all at his feet. Oh, this Christ, right? You're gonna look at him, you're like, whoa, you know? He looked like the dude with the fro and the beard that be at the liquor store, right? That's what you're gonna think when you look at Christ. See what I'm saying? He hasn't revealed himself to the world yet. The world does not know Christ, y'all. Oh, blown away when they lay eyes on him. But me and you are not, because we're reading it. Those that believe on him as the what? As the scripture has said, out of their belly shall flow rivers of living water. Living water, right? Yeah. You know, his eyes ain't gonna be twinkling and his hair ain't gonna be blowing in the wind when you see Christ. He gonna have a fro. Right? He's gonna look like an older black man, right? With white hair. Come on. 3, he is despised and rejected of men. So am I. So is anybody, so is anybody with a heart. Soon as they find out you got that heart, they start trying to try it all over you, right? If I was over here talking crazy, I'd be going viral. Now, what you looking at is a world that is not interested in the only thing that's going to save them. They popped in, I was talking love, and it was boring. I'm out of here, right? And it's like shalom then. See ya, right? Catch up with you, right? Despised and rejected, y'all. Despised, that means people don't like you. And rejected means they acted upon not liking you. I don't like you. Get out of here, right? Rejected. They don't want what you're bringing, right? A man of sorrows. Whoo. That's our Christ, y'all. A man of sorrows. He did a lot of walking around by himself, y'all. Right? And acquainted with grief. He knows grief. He knows it. Sorrow. And we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Right? So when you're despised, somebody comes, right? Somebody comes and says, "You all right, brother? Come here. Let me talk to you." You know, and tries to help you and tries to lift you up. That's to esteem you. Build up your self-esteem a little bit. But nobody did that for him, y'all. We esteemed him not. But guess what? You burn forever without him. The more valuable you are, the less you're appreciated. The less you're appreciated, right? And that's just the way it is, right? Surely he has, right, borne our griefs. So he's just like us, y'all. These feelings we feel and things, he felt it. He was rejected, y'all. And so is the Most High. They're rejected. They know how that feels. So when you feeling down and you feeling rejected in this world, guess what? The creator of it feels the same way. There's a vile spirit, right? It's vile and it's old everything, right? And it just takes. It's a parasite, right? It just takes. It doesn't leave anything, right? And it won't slow down. It won't slow down. It's always running, right? It won't stop long enough to be pierced. That's why their hearts feel nothing. Their hearts don't feel anything because they won't slow down. And what are they after? They vaunteth after themselves. If we want to find it, right? They vaunteth themselves. If it ain't about me, right? If it ain't about me, then get out of my face. Huh? The Most High feels like that. The Most High in Christ feel like that. Oh, they done chased Israel so long, and Israel is just conceited and stuck up. And they swing they back to the Most High in Christ and then go do what? Sin. That's what they love. That's not good for anybody. Sin ain't good for anybody, right? The giver or the receiver. It's not good for anybody. And it is by it that so many people perish, you know. The Most High, he chases Israel like an ugly man, an attractive woman, right? And she's so vile. But check this out, though. When that ugly man now says, forget you, she's not ready to deal with what he can take away from her. And that's what you're looking at when you Israel in the ghetto. That man, which is the Most High, has said to that woman, which is Israel, well, give me that dress back, right? Give me all those jewels back, all those nice clothes, right? Like Orange Juice Jones. You remember that song? I saw you, you know, that walking in the rain. You know, don't go over there in that closet, right? That's how the Most High stripped Israel. Get in the ghetto then. That's the woman, right? And the devil was wroth with the woman, but not before the Most High was wroth with her. The Most High was wroth with her first, right? Yes. Rolled over on the Most High, man, did him wrong. Well, give me everything then, you know? Oh, give me them earrings out your ear. Who gonna get your hair done now? Who gonna get your nails done, right? Oh man, you see her down the road after that, man, get out of my house, right? She's hungry, she's homeless, everything is gone. You see her You see her downtown sleeping in a cardboard with dirt on her face, huh? And then imagine she's still prideful, right? And full of herself. Can you imagine that? She got dirt on her face. And oh, you could see it in her eyes that she's so hungry. And it's like, man, all right, submit. And you can go back home and have all your stuff. And then she storms off. Forget you. Get out of here, Leave me here in my cardboard box, right? That's Israel, y'all. And the Most High about tired of chasing us. He about tired of chasing Israel, man. And it ain't gonna be no joke when it's time to chop up the great multitude, right? It's only gonna be a few in the end, and he gonna say, "All right, y'all, few. Now let's do this." And it's gonna be time to get raw. It ain't gonna be no joke, and that's how it is. He builds things up like that, don't he? Nah, not yet. And when he finally says, "All right, go," oh, we're gonna be licking our chops. We're gonna be ready for the next world so bad. Up with the wicked. So we just enduring, and that's why we enduring to the end. And what is it that we got to endure with? What is being measured at the end to make sure your love haven't whacked? The love is everything, y'all. Let me sevens in the chat if you understand how important this love is. Right? If you think you get it, if you think you can wrap your head around it, let me get a 7. Right? Let me get a completion. Come on. If I could get one of them in the chat while I read verse 3. 3, he is despised and rejected of men, a man and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted, right? 5, but he was wounded for our transgressions, and we should be loving on him. But this other stuff, it's more important, right? There's always something more important. He was buried for our iniquity, or he was bruised for our iniquity, right? The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. With his stripes, you know. Thank you, Yeshaya. Thank you. If nobody else appreciates it, right? And I know I have said it with my lifestyle and the way that I have lived my life. What about y'all? Right? Shout out to you if you could say this. And if you can't say it, then all praises to the Most High too. Maybe in hearing this, right? In hearing this, you can soon say that, right? But let's be able to say that we thank Yeshaya for his sacrifice with our lifestyle, y'all. And with many years of it, right? Let's get right and then start stacking years on top of our gotten right. It's fulfilling, y'all. I ain't telling you nothing wrong. It's fulfilling. If you haven't felt that, right, then you need to feel that. Because once you feel that, then tell me how you feel. Tell me what you ought to be worried about. Worried about nothing, right? Once you are one with the Father, it don't matter if you land in a ditch. It don't matter how you living. Nothing matters anymore, right? Nothing matters. But it's not that silly don't matter though. It's a thing not mattering because of how wise you are and with how much you know. You know too much for anything to matter. This ain't Hakuna Matata, right? This ain't that. No worries. It ain't that, right? 6, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. The Father, whom he loves, who loves him, he laid on him the iniquity of all of us, y'all. So you see how the Father is? Though he loves you, sometimes he got to put something on your shoulders that it does for you. And Christ, man, he reigns for 1,000 years, right? And I bet you he didn't even want to. He don't care about that 1,000 year reign, you know? He cared about pleasing his Father, and that's what it's about. And it wasn't really about the reward. And I know how that feels. And now that I think about it, man, that's when he did the coldest things to me, with me, for me, all this, right? I can't tell y'all, man. I want to so bad. I can't tell y'all, you know. It ain't even about the electric blue. It's stuff he did in the earth. It's ways he spoke to me. It's things he showed me. It's ways he visited, right? And I would just encourage y'all, please the Father, man. Please him, y'all. Make him smile down out of heaven at you, right? Make the Father smile down out of heaven at you. And when he do what he do for you, to you, through you, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, right? Keep it between you and him, right? 7, he was oppressed, right? We gotta be the Israelites, y'all. The most important one of us, the most powerful of us all out of our race, he was oppressed, y'all. We are an oppressed nation. Shout out to the Gentiles out there who knows how it feels to be oppressed, right? To just not be somebody's favorite, right? Because I know we got a few Gentiles in here. Shout out to y'all, right? You who frink with us. Stepped on, right? Treated lesser than. And he was afflicted. Yet he opened not his mouth. He didn't say nothing. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. One time for Christ, y'all. Yasha, the Savior of man, right? Now let's get this right. Are we ready for this? Isaiah 35 from the top. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. It's going to be roses pop out in the desert, right? That's our land, y'all. That with dust. When we left that land, it's covered over with dust, y'all. And that's how it's going to be till we walk through it. When we get home and we go walking across, say gonna happen, right? The solitary place shall be glad for them. It's gonna be glad for us. And the desert shall rejoice. Oh, it's gonna jump and swing when it see us coming and walking through it, right? And it shall blossom like a rose. We gonna look around and roses gonna be coming out of the desert ground, y'all. Two, it shall blossom abundantly. So it's gonna be a few roses at first, and then the grass gonna come, and then the bushes are gonna come, you know, and then it's gonna be butterflies that's gonna pop out, and birds and stuff, right? And it's just gonna get rich and abundant. Yeah, it ain't gonna be no desert no more. Gonna be no desert no more, huh? And rejoice even with joy and singing. How is that going to sound? You know, like bushes and birds tweeting and bushes and you know, it's going to be noise out there, right? The glory of Lebanon, right? What is the glory of Lebanon? It's obviously a beautiful place, right? A beautiful rainforest. It's over there in that vicinity of Israel, over there, right? Lebanon, right? The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it. It's going to be a beautiful place, right? The excellency of Carmel and Sharon. These are beautiful places, right? They shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our God. And that's who it is. That's who's doing it, Make no mistake, it's the Most High that's going to make that stuff do that. And He has the power to make it do that. Right? And when He neglects a thing, that's what happens to it. And it rolls over with dust, right? Yes, yes, yes. 3. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees, right? With this information, take it and take it to a people who are beat up the way we have been beat up, right? And when you strengthen a weak hands, what are you doing? You're preparing them back to work. And when you confirm the feeble knees, what is that? Feeble is weak as well. So you're going to strengthen the weak knees with this. They'll be able to stand. Because our people can't work right now and they can't stand up. If you can't stand up, words shall strengthen the and these words shall confirm the feeble knees, right? The thought of this, and have that desert blossom like that and greet us home, right? Giving us something to look forward to. I remember when I thought this place was the dead end, like, man, what am I alive for? This is giving us a destination and a grand one, right? Verse 4. Say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God will come with vengeance, even God with a recompense. He will come and save you. So, what does that mean? Go somewhere, try to figure things out yourself, right? We don't got nothing to worry about, y'all, right? Don't do anything because you're scared. Just make your way anywhere on the other side of that water, you know? Anywhere on the other side of that water. And we should do that anyway. You don't stay in the house that you was captive in. When they call you a free man and unlock the door, you get up out of there, you know? Or stay here. Stay here. You ain't worried about it. You can stay here. I'm still here. Right. If I go anywhere, it's gonna be at my own leisure. And it ain't gonna be become running scared. Ain't nowhere to run. Con, and that's what this is about, fam. It's about it's about leaning on the Most High and loving the Most High, and He gonna take care of us. And if you're trying to hang on to this world so bad, then do your best. Do your best. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you knew what awaited you on the other side, you'd be just like Christ, who wasn't trying to rip his. It's a reason for that. He did what he came to do here. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of deaf shall be unstopped. Now he's healing folks. If he gonna make the blind see, then what for your diabetes? Right? What for your cancer? What chance does that stuff stand? Right? 6. Then shall the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. Right? Now we got water, and that water gonna flow. Right? 7. And the parched ground shall become a pool. Ain't no desert no more. And the thirsty land springs of water. In the habitation of dragons. It ain't a habitation of dragons no more. Where each lay shall be grass with reeds and rushes. Can you imagine that? It's gonna be a paradise. He's gonna he's gonna turn the desert into a paradise when we come walking through it. 8. And highway shall be there. King's Highway. Shout out for us who know about King's Highway, right? And then highway and a way, and it shall be the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it. So ain't going. This is why we came to this chapter right here, right? The unclean shall not pass over it. So you better be clean. You better not step your foot over there and you got all kind of nastiness in your soul. You got kind of heart that'll look somebody up and down and snarl. You might burst into flames on this path. So your heart is going to have to be contrite, right? You're going to have the First Corinthians chapter 13 or else kapoof, right? The unclean shall not pass over, but it shall be for those who the wayfaring man. Who is the wayfaring man? The traveling man. Wayfaring means traveling, the traveling man. Though fools shall not err therein. You can't make no mistakes on this road, is what that means. We're traveling, so we're not from there. We're passing through, right? We're passing through. We're trying to get somewhere, and we got to travel through, right? We going, but this is holy ground. Buffering, buffering, buffering. We are buffering. Can you stop buffering, please, YouTube? I rebuke thee in the name of Ahia to stop buffering. Right? But yeah. That's under the rod right there. Fool shall not err therein. Oh man, no error. That's what an error is. It's an error. Add another OR. And that's what you got, ain't it? Yeah. So there'll be no mistakes when you're on this road, right? Yeah. You do something to your brother that you shouldn't, or your sister, kapoof, right? Now you see how that correlates with the whole law protecting first God, next your neighbor, lastly yourself. Can't do nothing to either of the three. See that? 9. No lion shall be there, nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there, but the Redeemer shall walk there. The Redeemer shall walk there. Right? So when Christ come back, we're going to spend time here. Right? He's going to spend some time there. Ain't it? Lastly, 10. And the ransom of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Shall flee away. Don't that sound like, and he will wipe away all tears from their eyes? So don't think when the Most High wraps his hands around you that you're gonna be sad about anything that made you sad in the past. You forget about that. You forget about sorrow. Con. Sorrow has not a chance. So just hang in there, fam. And please do what you're supposed to do, y'all. Switch your heart around. That's instant. If you're frowning right now, you could turn that into a smile and say all praises to the Most High and extend a kind deed from your hand, right? You can do that right now. You can do that right now. Smile. Right? And detach from the world. Detach away from it because we got to have one. Can't have two. Let go of this world and reach for the next one. Right? It's making me want to go somewhere else. Yes, yes, yes. Let us go somewhere. Quite simple. Something very simple. Something fast and simple. It's not complicated. The Father is never complicated. He's the easiest to stand. Right? Colossians 3 and 2. Set your affection on things above, y'all. Not on things on the earth. Let go of this earth, y'all. Right? Let go of this earth. Or start training yourself to practice, right? Practice. Set your affection on things above. Because the things above, that's what's going to last. This stuff on this earth, this stuff is temporary, y'all. it fades. Con, glory be unto the Most High. Now, let's watch us a video. Let's see what kind of video we got. Mine. Let's pull that up. Pull up this video here. Put this on your screen for you, if I may. Y'all antisocial, man. Y'all know. Y'all don't even want to tell me how y'all day went. Right? Mark AZ pulling out the scriptures like always. Right? Lasagna is in the building. And Francis Johnson, I greet you guys. Shalom, fam. Anav is in the building, ain't it? Right. Tahina is in the building, who loves prayers. Tahina, am I saying your name right? Is it Tahina or Tahina? Correct me. I don't want to be calling you. I don't want to be calling you wrong. Right? But hmm, I don't even know what video this is, y'all. What is this? Y'all remember that movie Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage? I remember that movie. Let's see. Oh, what happened to my volume? Can y'all hear it? Let me know if you could hear it. Cause this thing be tripping sometimes. Yo, you guys don't get no sound over there. So uh, let me know if you can't hear it. I'm gonna continue forward. Charles Kirkland, y'all hear? Whoa! Believe everything but your eyes, right? Ain't that something or ain't that nothing? They set all this up. Y'all remember I was saying they probably, they knew they was going to do this. They set him up to say all of the stuff he said so that when they made this move, it'll stir these people up, right? It'll stir up all of the haters and the prejudiced people and whatnot, right? Yes, yes, yes. They good for that, y'all. Oh, they're good for that. Sit there, let that man talk all of that appalling statements and all of that, and then you know we got this movie here. That's too many coincidences, y'all. Charles Kirkland gets shot in the neck on September 10th by somebody named Tyler, right? That's like four coincidences, man. Is that all of them? See that? Believe everything except for your eyes. Yikes. That's unbelievable, y'all. Right? So they playing, y'all. Yes. It's a big old game. That's all it is. So how could you have faith in that? That's what it's about. Breaking what you believe, right? Agenda 2030. In the what? In the private farms. Did y'all hear what I just heard? Hold up a second. Hold on a second. In the private farms, y'all. That's an attack on the vineyard. See that? Man, that's going to cause a problem for us, right? We're going to see about that. They know. They know the freedom that that brings. Number one, number the will of the Most High. And want to attack the will of the Most High. Absolutely, they do. Right? Get back to this. See what else. Mhm. Agenda 2030. We don't have a lot of time, y'all. And that's why the Father showed me what He showed me. And man, I can imagine I probably wouldn't be comfortable. Probably wouldn't be so comfortable, right? If I haven't seen what I saw. Feel me? Oh, it's getting ready to go down, y'all. And it ain't nothing, you know? I know how it feels to you right now. And it feels like a big old deal, right? But it's not, fam. It's not. It was blessed. It was very blessed. No discomfort came upon me. And it was very calming, you know. Even after I was back, there's some emotions in me that died that I will never feel again, fam. Right? That I will never feel again. The stuff is just dead. It comes with not knowing. But once you know, it's like, but uh it channeled my message. And what I'm not gonna do is talk to you about something that's not important, y'all. What's love? Love, y'all. If you're tired of hearing me say it, I'm not tired of saying it. And it's a reason why I'm not. Because it's a place, y'all. And trust me, you want to go to this place. You want to go to this place, y'all. I guarantee you. And you will. That's why you're drawn here. Because you are a child of the sapphire. Mine, that's why. That's why you're here. And that's why you're listening. Because that place is your destiny. Why? Because you're a lover. Huh? You said something? That's why. Because you're a child, kapow, of the sapphire stone, right? Let's put the sapphire stone on there. Right? See something. Let me see something. Yeah, the Father came and got us, y'all. He always paves the way, doesn't he? He always gives you a glimpse first before he does a thing. And he has somebody go before you, right? Tell him how's that for a he goat. The he goat goes before the flock, right? Tell him how's that for a he goat. All praises to the Most High. I love y'all so much. I am, you know, and I don't care if it's five of us. I'm gonna do what I was called to do. I'm gonna do the work that He gave me, right? And that's all it's about. You know. Let me see if it's anything else over here that we might want to watch. Fake orange. Oh, that's good. You know, let's watch that one. Yeah, let's watch that. Oh, it's not gonna let me rewind it. You just kind of stuck. Let me see if I do that. Boom, and hit there. Bang. Okay. Okay. Now let's get this. Now let's get this on your screen. Right. Let's get this on your screen. Watch a few more of these and turn it on in, y'all. What? What? Yikes. Glaucoma. What? What? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. $1 billion. 8 times, family. 8 times more addictive than cocaine. You see what all of the stuff sugar is doing to our bodies? And now that I think about it, whatever sugar touches, y'all, whatever sugar touches, it tears it up, doesn't it? Sugar eats. Sugar eats, y'all. It eats anything you put it around. If you dump some sugar on the egg, it'll eat it up. Your yolk will be gone, right? It's a chemical, y'all. It's a chemical. So man, we have to expel it. And I'm just talking about this. Shout out to ye who would jump on this and wean yourself off. We got to get more into cooking at home so that we could kind of control what's in our food, right? You definitely don't want to be eating that white granulated sugar, and you don't want to be eating what they call salt, the ionized salt, the table salt. And people who are cooking for you, they're using that. They ain't using no sea salt. They using table salt, y'all. And that stuff tears us up, man. Every day, this stuff is killing us, man. Right? Just heard about another death. Just heard about another one, y'all. Another heart attack, y'all. Right? Man, man, man. So it's horrid, y'all. It's horrible. And fake oranges banned everywhere but America. Let's see what that's about, right? Oh yeah, I remember her. Check this out. East Indian woman here, right? Y'all ever seen her? What she be talking about? Yeah, sea salt is okay. You know, the more expensive, the better, Mark AZ. Because if you get a sea salt that's too cheap, it might as well be the table salt. You know, they didn't do much for it. You know, to keep it nice, to keep it the stuff that you want to be eating. So there's a sea salt that costs the same price as the regular salt. Don't get those, right? If you see a sea salt and it's the same price as the table salt, you don't want to do that. You want to bump it up and pay a little more than, the generic versions, right? Uh, there's Celtic salt. Get you some of that. And pink Himalayan salt. Get you some of that. I got all of those and I use them all. They're savory in different ways. My Celtic salt, I can taste the sea in. Man, it's delicious, right? It puts a whole different twist on food. And that's another thing, when you're eating right, your taste buds come back, right? And you can taste like the earth and the sea and stuff in your food, right? But yeah, let me see here. See what she talking about. The 11 foods that are banned in Europe but allowed in America. Come on, y'all. She's wise. She knows about the bread, y'all. You hear this? Now listen close, okay? I wasn't blowing smoke up y'all, okay? Listen. Yoga mats, y'all. The same stuff that's in the yoga mat is in the bread, y'all. Linked to asthma. Asthma, y'all. And a lot of us have asthma. And what else you say? Hormonal dysfunctions, y'all. Your hormones. Come on now. That's your attitude. Everything. That's your skin, your look, right? Your chemical balance of your body, right? That's your mood, fam, right? Listen, as well as cancer. Everything causes cancer, right? Whatever disagrees with your body, if you keep giving it to your body's going to rebel with cancer, right? And that's when your body has broken down and can't fight no more and it starts losing the battle, right? Come on. Marketed as cheese, right? Oh, cheese is so thick, y'all. You gotta pay attention to what things do, right? Cheese, oh, it's so thick, right? It's hard to break down. That's the same thing it's gonna do in your body, right? Noodles, how they blow up. That's the same thing it's gonna do in your body, right? Okay, let's keep getting this. Uh, Chronic inflammation, y'all. Real cheese. Y'all ever seen some cheese glow in the dark? We gonna have to check that out and see what cheese glows in the dark. Chicken, chlorine washed chicken, right? Huh? Hey, 1 second, y'all. Let me let this dog out real quick. I'm gonna leave this playing. How y'all feel about this? Right? How y'all feel about that? Right? I need some answers. Right? I need some feedback from y'all, man. You know, how you feel about knowing that this is what you got to walk into these grocery stores and select from, make your selections from. And this is the kind of stuff that they're doing. Let me know I wasn't crazy, right? Because a certain somebody where I had first came from, they said I was crazy because, I was talking slick about the grocery store, right? And, you know, I understand though. That's how much power that they have over there is that, y'all can't even comment because you don't want to be seen, you know. So I'll take that back. Never mind. Don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble. All praises. Following on. Oh, come on. Nobody drinks tap water anymore, I don't think, right? Thyroid issues, fam. That's your whole body. Your thyroid, that's that's your nervous system, right? Controls everything. What? What? Heart disease. Oh, heart disease. My mom, my entire life, has drunk that coffee mate, fam. And guess what? She has heart disease, y'all. She has congestive heart failure, right? And yeah, I gotta call her and tell her. Matter of fact, I'm going to send her this because I think she still uses that stuff right now, right? Oh, it's rough out here, y'all. Man, it's rough out here, ain't it? Y'all see this? Let's continue. Come on. Warren. Yeah, yeah, man. I feel amazing and alive. Why? Because this is a business and a corporation, right? This is not really a country, right? So, what do you do with a corporation? You make money, right? It's not home. You don't make it homey, right? You get your money. That's what you do. See? So, and we just happen to be the slaves that built it. But that's it for me, fam. We at the 2 hours, right? I try to give us at least 2 hours when I come in here for the conference. And, you know, so catch up with y'all. I love y'all, right? Let's get healthy and let's clean our hearts up, right? For the remnant out there, for the remnant out there, right? That 99.9% that's going to keep on playing. Y'all have fun playing, but us other 0.1%, we're going to get ourselves together, right? Because the whole 144,000 is not coming from this time. That's from the duration of the earth, right? So it's probably just a few of us left that got to get sealed, right? And then shall the end come, right? Matthew 24 and 14, right? So, man, all praises to the Most High. I wish I could really, you know, spend more time with y'all tonight and we could just watch videos all night and talk about uh, what we're being shown. But yeah, let's shut this down so I can let my fam in. You know, they're outside because they make too much noise when they're in here and we're trying to do this. So I'm going to shut this off and call them in. Right. Tomorrow is prep day. Uh, Gonna put something together, put together some precepts, and we'll hang out again. Right. And, you know, I can't wait until y'all that gotta hide can be yourself, man. You know, be yourself and, you know, find your comfort in things of this nature, man. But I know how strong it is. I know how strong it is. And one day you'll be all right. One day you won't have to hide in things, you know. You know, but thank you for being here. And thank you for listening. And all praise to the Most High. I love y'all. And I'm going to catch up with y'all. Right. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night. I'm going to catch up with y'all.